Hello there, here's Catiana Isabel and I'm back with a new video. This one is going to be about cheerleading. I have been cheering, or no, I'm not cheering anymore, but I cheered in 2011, 12, and 13. And ever since 2015, I'm a cheer coach for the juniors. Right now I'm coaching a junior level 4 team, and it's very different from cheering myself, but what I see and what I hear from or about cheerleading, like on a normal basis, is just driving me insane. People come and they're like, they have all of these expectations about cheerleading. I'm just like, that's not what it is. Like, have you never watched an actual cheerleading all-stars routine? Because that's what I get the feeling of every time someone new comes in. And when I tell people I'm a cheerleading coach, they're like, oh my gosh, you do lots of dances and hip hop and all this and all that. I'm like, no, we're cheerleaders. We're not dancers. Those are two different things. That's why I'm saying we're cheerleaders, not dancers. It's very different. But yeah, so this video is going to be about me watching different cheerleading movie trailers. I'm going to put them down on the screen here somewhere, and I'm just going to talk you guys through what actual cheerleading is and how much cheer is actually in those movies, because most of it is drama and girl-boy problems, just high school stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with cheerleading. It's just like kind of sprinkled in there, and you never, which I find is really sad, you never really see the main characters cheer. Like, they only do like, hey, yeah, and they have pom-poms, and then that's kind of it. And everything else is actual stunt groups. They never even try to learn like elevator or anything like that. I think that's really sad, but yeah, probably. It might be a little harder to get an actor who can also cheer just a little bit. So yeah, but I'm going to start with these videos, and I am so excited and a little scared and traumatized because I did watch a few of the Bring It On cheerleading movies back in the day, and I was just so sad that it wasn't really cheerleading. So I'm going to talk about this right now. And turn the light down. I'm not this one. Is this a little better? I think so. So let's bring it on. Okay, so the beginning already is showing me that it's not going to be actual cheer. Because in cheerleading, the smallest part, the very smallest part is dancing. I think we have in our... I think we have about 48 counts, and 4 8 counts are dancing. And pretty much in every cheerleading all-star routine, you'll see that that's at the very end. Like when everything else is done and you're exhausted, you dance 4 8 counts, or maybe even less because you don't have to. And that's it. And then it's done. So it's not the base of cheerleading, it's not dance, at least not cheerleading all-stars, which is what most movies are trying to portray because it has gymnastics in it, it looks cool, and throwing baskets is all this, all that. It's just super insane looking. But then they get all these dancers and they just twerk, and you're like, no, that's not cheerleading. You're not even allowed to do that. Like, you can make like a pumping motion like this, but you can't like actually twerk. That's not a thing. You can't even like do this under your breast or like stuff like that. It's inappropriate, and especially for juniors. And like these girls at high school, they're juniors. They would be in a junior team. So heck to the no to all this booty shaking and I don't know what.
The most popular girl in school, captain of the cheerleading squad.
Good job, guys. Let's do that one more time.
And soon to be prom queen. But her life...
Also, what I think is always really weird, I don't know if that's a thing in high school in the US because I've never gone to high school in the US. I live in Germany, right? Even though I'm American. but like we do have maybe like sort of girls that are captains of the team, like that do more than others, that you entrust certain things in. You're like, can you please do the warm up? Could you please help with this and that? But they're not gonna like they're not the coach. Like the cheerleading captain are the two captains normally, at least in our club. They'll not be the coaches. They don't decide on what kind of choreography we're doing. They don't decide when we have practice. They're just normal girls in the squad. They just help out a little more, but they don't coach. So that's what I find a little weird, but that could be a thing that's just like US American, like high school thing.
Is about to change because she's moving across town.
Oh, hold on now.
What is this, LAX? Do you have any organic greens?
Where nobody likes her.
That's just like
Hey
about
guys, Brittany sent a video.
I'm the cheerleader. I'm captain.
My old squad would have made yours look like newbies.
Prove it.
Ooh, and things like these, she says face-offs and being like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. Sorry. We don't do that, like, at all. Like, maybe you're like competitive, or you should be competitive because it's a competition, it's a sport, but you're not gonna go over to another team or another team's captain and just be like, I'm gonna beat you. Our group is so much better than yours in this and that and that. No, people don't do that. You don't do that in any other sport either. Like, you may go to them like, we're ready, better bring your game on, but you're not gonna be like, you know what, you're just so horrible, and we're gonna trash you guys. Like, that's not how it is. Also, if you really do that, you could get a lot of repercussions from it at the competition. Like, that's not allowed. It's not good for you. It's not really good for the club. It's not gonna do anyone any good. You can go over there and be like, you know what, better watch out, because we're bringing our A game. You can do that, but you can't trash the others. Like, that's not gonna happen. And if any of our kids go to another team and do that, they're gonna hear from me. So nothing that's like an actual thing.
Yeah, show us what you got.
But
And I've
does
never
she
seen a
have the
face-off.
moves
Like,
Damn,
I don't know.
latte got skills.
to win a place in cheer history?
Give it up for Brianna! Our winners get to join me in a TV performance.
We don't do like competitions and face-offs somewhere at night in the dark in an alleyway. Like, no. We have competitions, we have a competition floor, we have a place for everyone to sit and watch the competition. Like, it's not like a party thing where you just have a competition floor and all around it is just party and lights and stuff. No, that's not how it works.
Shown worldwide.
And we don't have
Two
Rihanna,
teams
so
are going to push their
that's sad.
skills to the limit and bring it to a...
See, here, they're actually the only cheer thing they're showing are level 6 baskets. Every single time, the only thing they show that's like real cheerleading, that's super cool, and it looks probably the most interesting to people, because you don't have to know how good their technique is and stuff. You just see a very high thrown basket, girl up in the air, flipping, coming back down, being caught in the cradle. Super cool, but that's not usual. That is level 6 skills, and that's like in cheerleading there's level 0, level 1 through 6, at least in Germany. Like, generally, yes, there are 7 levels up to level 6, but in Germany it's 0, 1, and 2 are peewees, the really tiny girls. Then level 3, 4, and 5 are juniors, and then you also have 4, 5, 6 for seniors. So everything is in age categories, and then depending on your skill set, you can have your girls compete in level 3, 4, and 5, at least in the junior category, and level 4, 5, or 6 in the senior category. Then there's also differences between how many people you have on the floor, because depending on how many people you have on the floor, the more stunts you can build. So there's like large groups and then smaller groups, and then the third thing is co-ed or all girl. Co-ed is men and women, and all girl is, as the race says, only females. And there's also the difference, like how the correlation is between how many men you have and how many girls. There's small co-ed, which is only max, like a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 4 boys on a team of 20. And there's a large co-ed, which is half-half. So it really depends. And in these things, which I always find weird, is like they have this sort of mix in men. It's like not only 4, but it's not really half. It's just somewhere in between. Like, I don't even know how many they have. And they're never like shown as cheerleaders. They're only, all of a sudden, they're on the floor and they throw baskets. And they tumble really crazy tumbling passes. And that's all they do. But they never talk, they never say, hey, I'm a cheerleader. Like, you only have them all of a sudden out of the blue to throw a high basket. Like, if you're only gonna have girls, just have them throw a basket. Like, girls can do that too. So, yeah, and they also can throw a high flipping level 6 skill basket. And what is annoying to me that they always only show level 6 skills is that they act as if that would be like the normal thing, like the norm. But no, that's the the minority of cheerleading people actually throw those kind of skills. Like, why can't you show something that is just like more the norm? Like actual cheerleading? Of course, a level 6 skill is cheerleading, I get that, but can you also show us some variety? Except always these tosses, like baskets, and they always do a back tuck, they always do a layout, they always do a layout full. It's always the same thing. Like, there are so many more things. Like, you could show us a kick full. You could show us so many interesting varieties of also only baskets, you know?
A whole new level.
You've lost your cheer sanity if you think this pathetic little squad can even compete with us.
You really gotta go for it if you wanna win. You mean if we wanna win?
Bring it on, all or nothing.
And because I just saw it, Hayden had like big hoops on. No chance. You're not even allowed to go on the floor with like small earrings or like rings or belly piercing. No. You have to take all of that off because it's super, super, super important to prevent injuries. If you throw a basket, if you tumble, and this thing falls out, or someone like catches it, like your base, you throw your flyer, or you do something with, like you do a full up with your flyer, the girl comes back down in the cradle, and she's not perfectly like on your side when she catches down, but she like hits your ear a little bit. She'll rip out your earring in your earlobe. Like, why would you wear hoops at a competition? Why? Anyhow, that was the first one. I'm gonna go and get to the second movie trailer in a second. I filled up my battery, but it's already almost dying, so I'm just gonna try to get this over with really fast and not have to wait until my battery's full again and charged. So this is Bring It On, Fight to the Finish.
This is so messed up. I mean, now we're never gonna get to be all-stars without you, Lena.
They're like halfway naked. That's not how we do. Like, no.
What's it like there?
Lifestyles of the rich and annoying. Lena, what's it doing over there checking
That
you
might
out?
be a high school thing.
Who are they?
Malibu Jaguars, All-Star Squad.
Oh my gosh. I'm just going back a second. Yes! They're doing like partner single stunts. They're doing pull-ups.
My East LA squad is like this close to becoming All-Stars too. Wow. And I'm like,
That's
this
cheerleading,
close
but it
to
was like
Carrie.
only for 3 seconds.
mean to you, it means she sees you as a threat.
Looks like Dora the Explorer has a new pal.
What a cheer embarrassment.
You losers.
Cheer-sanity, cheer-embarrassment, no one
what would we
says
do?
that.
Use our right voices. The only way we're gonna shut Avery up is if we beat her on our own turf.
Hey, why are they showing
idea.
dancers?
Gloria
Like
got
only
this
dancers.
gym
That's
to
not like
sponsor us as All-Stars.
cheerleading
All we
all-stars.
gotta
They
do
just
is
said
combine sea lines with East
my
LA.
squad's gonna be
and we can
all-stars.
become a dream team.
Sorry. They just said they're gonna be an all-star cheerleading squad. That means you're a competitive cheerleading squad. You're not only there for the basketball players. You're not only there for the football players. You're a cheerleading squad. You do cheerleading as a sport, as a competition sport. So why would you only be dancing? That's not cheerleading. Cheerleading is, as I already said, like maybe 4 8 counts of dancing. Cheerleading is you have to you have to have jumps. You have to have tumbling, which jumps are not part of tumbling. You have to have normal stunts, which is, well, it always depends on the category. If you're co-ed, you have to have single stunts and all that, and depending on the age group. But in general, you have to have normal stunts, like group stunts. You have to have a pyramid, so multiple group stunts coming together to build a pyramid and show a bigger formation. You have to be synchronized. You have to have basket tosses. You have to have, at least in all girls, you need to have a dance. In co-ed, you can. I don't think you have to, but most people show it. So yeah, why are they only dancing? Especially in normal clothes. That's not like sport
Juliana
clothing.
Rancic here for E! Entertainment News.
So now they're showing something. So they have 3 baskets in the back. They have some standing tucks in the front.
At the All-Star Spirit Championship.
That was
From
a little
Universal
box
Pictures.
dancing.
Get ready for one of the fiercest
Now, why
cheerleading
are they
competitions you
only
have.
in that? I thought at that age, hell no. A round off. What was that?
Universal Pictures.
Get ready for one of the fiercest cheerleading
Just a round off tuck. Who does that at that crazy competition where everyone is so good? A round off tuck is a level 3 skill. They're showing level 6 baskets, but showing a level 3 tumbling, and it's not even perfectly synchronized. Like,
ever
come
seen.
on.
Now let's do this.
No one does that.
Starring Christina Milian. The only way to...
We don't do head spins. That's like hip hop. That's like, no, that's not hip hop. That's like break dancing. We don't break dance. We have like motions and like half T, T, I don't know, touchdown. That's what we have, like motions. We don't do spinning on our head. We normally have our like a really high ponytail in a bow. So how are you gonna spin on your head? Even if you're a guy, you're not gonna do it.
The win is a fight to the finish.
You can't shake your hips like that. You're gonna get like discredited because that's just inappropriate and like trying to be sexy. And we're a competition. We're not trying to be super sexy.
Is a fight to the finish.
Tráelo.
I don't speak Taco Bell menu, so
That
what does
was
that
rude.
mean?
Bring it.
Bring it on. Fight
Bring
to
it.
the finish. Featuring music by these hot artists.
So, both Bring It On movies, they don't have that much cheerleading in it, which I already knew. But I like when I rewatch it, I think it's worse than I thought. So they have, I don't think they showed jumps once, did they? I don't think they showed jumps, which is a must in cheerleading. They did show standings, mostly standing tucks, which is level 4, so that's okay. They only like that 1 3-second period they showed actual like normal stunts, like a ripple, and that was partner stunts, so a guy at the bottom and a girl at the top. Well, it could be, technically, it could be the other way around. Or 2 girls or 2 boys, doesn't matter. But mostly partner stunts are one strong guy throwing up a girl, and they had like a, was it a half up, I think, into prep, which isn't really a hard skill. I think it's level 3. They could have done more, but at least it was a stunt, you know, it was a partner stunt, it was something interesting. And then another time they had, I think, either they threw it or they had like half ups and too high, which is also at least interesting as a stunt. And it's a high level stunt and it's cool. And real cheerleading. Then they had, I think, they showed pyramids for like seconds at a time, like not a real cheerleading or a pyramid section, but at least they had that. And they showed lots and lots and lots of baskets over and over, always the same thing. They didn't show one kickful, they didn't show a pretty girl, they didn't show a pike, they didn't show, I don't know, a ball out. They always just show flipping baskets, which, as I already said, is not the norm. It's not the thing everyone can do and everyone does do. Why not show everything else too? So, in total, they did show different parts of cheerleading, but they never like show the actual thing, which I think is really sad. Even if they have like these face-offs, the face-offs most of the time are half dance, which, as I already said, cheerleading isn't dance. You do have some parts of dance in it, but it's the smallest amount. The clothes they wear, like some uniforms, okay, but most are either super sexy or they're just not actual uniforms in which you could tumble and actually cheer in. So I don't know where I was going with that. So in general, yes, they do show some parts of cheerleading, but it would be nice if they just have one section in it, at least in every movie, to show this is actual cheerleading. This is part of a routine, like 30 seconds to show us what a routine could look like. That's what I really would advocate for and what I'm hoping to see in some cheer movie sometime. But until then, this was really fun and interesting. So yeah, thank you for watching. And I know I'm looking at the top all the time because I have a mirror behind my camera so I can see what I'm doing. So excuse that. But yeah, it was really interesting to film this. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and come back, as I'm going to come back healthy and strong. So until then, watch this video and we'll see each other. Bye.